humility. Working like a slave, that's how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night, I rest in peace. They remember me, but I am not Haram or beef.
My
DJ.
Once again, this broadcast has been brought to you by mypdfbooks.com. That's books with a Z, where reading fundamental. Also brought to you by bindedbooks.com, where treasures are bound. Be sure to get all of your herbs and teas at herbsofmyaunt.com. My Aunt Sons, the tea of teas, divine and prepared. Also, for all of those musical stylings, be sure to check out bhbaymusic.com. For your everyday items and religious regalia, be sure to check out morrishaberdasher.com. And for that everyday especial Morris drip, be sure to check out morrissachi.com. And all of these companies are powered by ALO Design Pros. Design your online business strategy today. And without further ado, we introduce to you Sheik Kari.
Hey. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody?
Peace, 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 Sheik.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Hope everybody having a good day. I don't know if it's a little dark here, but it's all good. Let me kind of adjust something real fast. Got like a dark glare almost. I don't know if you can, but whatever. But how everybody doing, man? Y'all good?
Yes, sir. Magnificent. It's a wonderful, happy, holy day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know everybody's work day is winding down. Some may be getting ready to go, but whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you get gratitude where gratitude is given. And I just hope we operate in peace. You know, it's so important what's going on today. So I hope you're doing everything with peace and love. But with that being said, man, it's Friday. Friday, we do our little book review. I have some wisdom I'm going to touch on. And when we do these book readings or these book quick, how can I say, previews, we always offer individuals the books. We offer you these books as ebooks because we converted all the books to ebooks, or expensive and rare books like the one I'm going to show you today, we print and bind. And you can look the book up as I'm referencing it. So everyone has the same tools that I have. So no one will be thinking, hey, he's saying this book costs this much, and it don't. You're going to have the same opportunity to look up the book to see what the wisdom all about. And then see why I always use the phrase, there's nothing hidden from you and I. How can anything be hidden and individuals know? What I say is an excuse. And it's no reason if some individuals are not proficient in what you know, because some people might know something you don't know. But what I'm saying is today, in this piece of science, we should have an open mind. We should have an open heart. We shouldn't give nothing to no one that doesn't belong to them. When I talk about clandestine movement or clandestine behavior or doing things in an operative manifestation, Brother Brian. Before I even go on, give us our most American prayer. I'm sorry about that.
Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our guide, and our salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali, Shalom Malakim, Ayah Asha'ayah, Hotep, Islam, Amen, and peace, 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 peace.
Peace, 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 peace. Right back at you, brother, with love and gratitude. That's what we operate here, man. Like, I operate with love and gratitude and understanding. And family is so important. And we get into so many other things, chasing things, but family is so, so important. And you have to understand that family is a gift, especially when you have your mother around and all those situations. Those are gifts. So when people be looking at other people, finances and things, and think they're blessed, well, you looking at the financial thing. They might be looking at you like, look how blessed you are. They might be looking at you like, look how this person had their mom and this and the other there, and they smiling. Look, you comparing your success to things. And I always tell people things can be purchased. How? If you got some money, you can buy things. So these are the objects and the vices that I try to teach in my ministries to my brothers and sisters, where we must overcome. We must overcome what? That lower self. And when we put ourselves in how can I say, a situation where we act like we're not an educated people, it's disheartening for me. It's disheartening to see my brothers and sisters that claim Moorish identity and wear fezzes and out here acting like some of the most craziest retardo, fardo, sovereign citizens. I'm going to overthrow the government. It's some piece of paper I can file. Your Social Security is supposed to be connected to some $1 million. Fake, fugazi, BS. And I tell everybody that's some Roger Elvick bullcrap. We operate on wisdom and understanding and on love. I don't diss the Holy Spirit. I don't diss the Creator. Now, what I do is I give holy names, and I give names, but names are synonymous. Hell, tomato, tomato. If you say Jesus and I say Yahshua, I mean, if we could come to an agreement, then I don't have an issue. We're talking about understanding and love, and that's what's supposed to trump everything if you understand, because it's only one book. It's only one gospel. See, the Muslim brothers, I love y'all, but see, I understand language, and I deal with scholarship. All that stuff can be caught with what? In the trap. When we're just dealing with the facts of the matter. So I want to be clear today with understanding. Now watch this understanding. When we talk about science, when we talk about, let's just say, a brother that looks like you and I, Noble Drew Ali. And when you say people like us, the first thing we do is we start throwing dots at a brother. Ooh, he's this, he got this from this, but we don't never do that to the other man. We'll say the other man is so brilliant and so wise, and Noble Drew Ali got this from the other man, but the other man wasn't nothing but a transcriber. Now you can fact check me on this because I did this in my oral dissertation at Grand Canyon University. The European, no disrespect, Albion, Trinidad, whatever you want to call him, was nothing but a transcriber. Do you know what a transcriber is? I will wait. Do research, look it up. A transcriber is something that record what they've heard. Maybe what they, and then try to put it in the frame like this is their vision. All fugazi. And Noble Drew Ali said he gathered, compiled, and divinely prepared. See, this is how you catch people in a pickle, Noble Brian. It's very easy to catch people in a pickle because we always throw dots when we come from a lower understanding of wisdom. When we're trying to make a fact off some TikTok and off some, how can I say, some put together mumbo jumbo. They will say Noble Drew Ali plagiarized Aquarian Gospels. And they'll say, and I'll say, how? And I say the European wasn't nothing but a transcriber. You talk about Alicius Levi, or you talk about Levi Dowling. So that's number one. So then when I talk about the second Moorish Akashic record, remember, and I have everything in my library because I moved everything to my storage library. I just had too much because I'm, rearranging things. But when I tell people about the second Moorish Akashic record, which is what? The Unto Thee I Grant. Which is the Unto Thee I Grant, which I tell brothers and sisters, they always be, saying this and saying that. But it's no facts to nothing these people are saying because it's not scholarship. When people say they sheiks, what type of level are you a sheik? Now, I ain't dissing no one. Just like if you're a doctor, all doctors may have their expertise. You're a doctor of this, you're a doctor of this. If you say you're a scholar and you teach in academia, well, yeah, you can be a scholar. You might teach this discipline. But if you just say, oh, well, I'm a scholar just because you part of some group or someone anointed you, that's I really don't think that means nothing. And when things can be put in your face in scholarship, and if you teaching and if you're doing universal work, then you should be able to be corrected with what? The teachings. Not no, how can I say, tradition, not no orthodox, dogmatic perspective, because that's not what we teaching. The infinite wisdom, that's the anointed second of the 1751 spiritualist text, Oceanami, Noble Brian, of human life. It was later reprinted under the titles Infinite Wisdom and Unto Thee I Grant, and used as a source text for the American Islamic nationalist text. What text? The Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And that's just facts. And then I can come with the Brahmin text, with the Vedas, all that stuff. You will see, gather and compile and be like, I understand what Sheik's saying. Yes, the Gautama Buddha, it comes from a whole bunch of different wisdom. The Sephirots. I mean, what are we talking about? And so when people try to come and say, well, oh, this is that. No, even Adam Blavatsky, they'll tell you where they got the wisdom from. Sufis, everyone. Pascal Beverly Randolph, if you read the truth, the history, even Alice Crowley, all that twist up science, man, I know where it come from. And it's no magic. So when I talk about this piece of wisdom right here, you can look at, and people say, well, what? Well, what is that? When I tell people, people are not going to show you and deliver things because, one, they can't, and one, they don't have it. And this is on Amazon for almost $600. But why? This is no high science. This ain't nothing but the Osiris mysteries. This is lower level wisdom. This ain't no high science. So why is it $500-600? And why it's unprinted? I've been having this for years with a whole bunch of other ancient texts. And we print and bind it. And I made it available for anyone to have as ebooks. I've lectured this on college a plethora of times. It's the Osirian scripts. The Osirian scripts are incorporated in a given thought to the order of the Knight Templars of the Aquarians, which has members throughout the world. And they call themselves El Eros, the European, the Albion, the Trilodyte. No disrespect. El Erua in London in 1954. But when I show you the science before that, who the ancient rite of the mystic shrine, way before that, melanated. And it's just facts. And then when I come with the European Masonic paperwork, it's trumping that as well. You know, if you a builder or something and you're not original, you just telling a story. Just like the Arab by the Arab is by Bertrand Thomas. Bertrand Thomas is a scholar that stayed with the Arabs during that time. It's another professor that wrote a dictionary named Vladimir Dale, and Vladimir Dale Dictionary of the Arab is ARAP, melanated. I'm telling you facts. I can fact. This is a scholarship. There's nothing to be biased about or upset. It's just the facts. It's the teachings of Osiris. They used to call it, when they first published it, it was called the Book of Truth, you know? And then later it was the Wisdom of the Soul. It was published in 1956, you know? And when I talk about the SO and the XO, it gives that viewpoint of the laws of nature. But the Bible gives you this. A good teacher like myself and others, because I'm not the only one, anything in any book, especially if it's Masonic keys, I can show you that right in the Bible. I can show you law. I can show you everything. Where? In the Bible. It's not that hard. And if anybody diss it, I'll be like, well, that's just your misunderstanding. And that's okay. I won't argue with you. I won't get into well, would you have a debate with somebody? Absolutely not. There's nothing to debate. I minister and save lives. I ain't debating nobody. I can care less about debating. You know something. Now what? Great. You see? But nothing is hidden, brothers and sisters. And then when we talk about the Gospels, I have to show this. This is what they can show your kids. All the religious books. They don't see no one like themselves. They don't see nothing like themselves. But when you get to Egypt, you see certain things that they talk about in biblical history. But why it's not been taught? Things have been taught the wrong way. And so that's what we do here at the BBT. We show things, we reveal things. We have nothing to hide. We're here for brothers and sisters if they want to ask questions, but not from no place where no one's going to get themselves in trouble, or from a place we're going to be disrespecting each other, because that's I'm not tolerating that, and I block people, you know. But that's just a little small fragment that I want to illuminate. Some other books I'm going to give to my mufti later on the day, like that go along with the speaking topic is. And like I said, I study science and wisdom from all plethoras. It's people that have done so many things. I can talk about the European Albion and Trilodyte that people put as hero from Mussolini to Churchill, and all the atrocities that they done. And so when we talk about people like Dr. York and all this stuff, like what I know is I know where the wisdom comes from. And I know when people have a certain amount of wisdom, if absolute can corrupt you, absolutely. But I'm not a judge of what nobody do with their power. All I'm saying is the wisdom is solid. And when the wisdom is used for as a tool the right way, it can be used the right way. When it's used for any malice, when it's used for anything like that, it can do the same effect. So what I'm saying is the wisdom, I know where all that science come from, and the science can be backed from certain things. Now, I'm not saying when a person put their own type of figures in things, but the wisdom and the science is old. All the tablets that Dr. York came from, they're all Egyptian tablets. You know, maybe a lot of people may not have heard of it or thought he was the originator of things, but remember, no one is the originator of wisdom. And it's no disrespect, because it's all Osiris mysteries. If I take it all the way back, I mean, even, and I love my Islam Muslims, and I love my Nation of Islam Muslims, but I know a lot of them, only a few will sit and be like, okay, well, brother, you're right. Because I know a lot of stuff come from Jehovah's Witness stuff. I know that Yakub theory, I know that spaceship stuff, I know a lot of that stuff come from. Why? Because I have original tablets. And when you say stuff is word for word, it's be like, this sounds just like this. Well, it's not saying this person had a vision. Okay, but this person had the same vision as this person. This similar, this. Then you start looking at time period. You start seeing people in these areas. You start seeing things. Then people be trying to say, this is not that. And when I know it is that. And so that's why I stay in my realm. Because if you talk to a religious Christian, they'll come from that perspective. If you talk to an Islam Muslim, they'll come from that perspective. If you talk to the Nation of Islam Muslim, I know what Quran they study from. I know the person that the Quran, what is it? Muhammad Ali. He wrote a plethora of Islamic teachings. And so I don't be knowing how, a lot of brothers and sisters, when they say they study, I say, really? I say, really, y'all. So that's what I wanted to share with brothers and sisters. I wasn't going to go too deep in it, because if I go deep in it, then a lot of people will be lost. I tell everybody, you can't use nothing, and you're not going to learn something and make you just so magical, like your life is going to quickly change and all the things that was wrong is going to magically come right. That's not this, man. That's not this. So I hope everybody is clear on what we're talking about. And just if anybody got any questions, I know a lot of our brothers are busy today. It's Friday. They got a lot of people be doing a lot of things today. But like I said, surgery don't have to be that long. Surgery don't have to be that long. It can be quick and to the point. But I always want my brothers and sisters to know that we can't give our science away and say, oh, our brothers and our sisters got their wisdom from, no disrespect, a European. Like, that is so, they even say that. And we are some of the most educated people in the world. In the world. I'm talking about from the womb, from cutting hair. We don't have to go to no goddamn barber college to learn how to cut no hair. Like, when you hear a beautiful singer, they don't have to go nowhere and get that's from the womb. And so that's what I really be wanting to share with brothers and sisters, and my little 2 cents of more science, and my degree of more science, or the paradigm that the Creator has endowed in me. My small paradigm is, with me, is the divine comes first, and then everything else is second. Because if the divine does not come first, there's nothing there to check the so-called ego or the lower self. It's nothing there to check it. So if the divine don't come first, you're operating on your own understanding. And that's a no-no. So for me, I always check a person's temperature. And I always ask my muftis, well, what's their degree, what they're trying to do? Because you can have most Moors are not going to have a real honest conversation on where they're getting this Roger Elvick sovereign citizen bullcrap from, because I know where it's coming from. Let me tell you why. Because I know so many adult people follow stuff on TikTok and then jump right in their inbox and say, I need that. How much it costs? Let me get this course. Ooh, I want to do this. I can get that, and you can file this, and you can file that. And I ask everyone, after you go through all that, tell me, what have you gained? Because I'm 48. I'm telling you, not going to gain nothing. So if you're younger than me and you doing this, I'm telling you, please stop right now, because I can tell you what you're doing. And if you my age and you doing it, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. And the reason why I know you're crazy, because you got to tell me, what are you gaining and what are you trying to do? Nothing. You're trying to get a whole bunch of stuff for free. Just think about this. You and that much of you and that. Somebody want to say something?
This is long.
Oh, I mean, Brian, somebody in that much of a debt that they want to get with some more stuff and say, oh, I can file this, or I can do this, or I can cancel corporate debt. Like, Brian, what is canceling corporate debt? I don't think we have these dialogues. I think people make these podcasts with these ladies and stuff, and they be so unaware that they be so awed. And I call it like some In Living Color stuff. You know, when the Wayne brothers, they had them Muslim and other dudes locked up, and they was using all those heavy words, you know what I mean? And really wasn't saying a God blame thing. That's what I see a lot of Moors has got into this Moor science to do. To think they finna overthrow the government, or they can file some form of paperwork, or they some U.S. national or some sovereign citizen, and you could claim something like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, please correct me if I'm wrong. And everybody that's done that, it turned out bad for them. Every single one of these individuals turned out bad. And so my degree, Noble Brian, just from a place of make you say, who's allowing all this stuff to be played on the video? Like, I just tell people, like, do that and see what happened to your whole life. Like, it just behooves me that a group of people will come together on the internet and break the law, and then be like, I ain't doing nothing. And you on here as a willing obligor. Like, that to me is crazy. It's like you having a podcast talk about all your crimes like Big Unum did that got indicted. It's like you on here talk about all the murders you did and all the dope you sold, and you think it's cool. And you could do this too. And you can lie on a whole bunch of credit card things and get $50,000, but then you got to pay me. But then once you pay them, then that's their money. But you got to pay the whole stupid ass loan you done lied about. And you don't have no business, no nothing. Why would you let somebody teach you how to break the law? You won't want nobody to do that to your baby. Come on, brothers and sisters. And see, this is the truth of the matter, because you can do business. I just don't want to say names. I know everyone that came with that Fugazi stuff, it crumbled. All the 400 McDonald farms, and I'm saying McDonald farms to cover up the name that they call it. It ain't one. It ain't no 400 acres. It's none of that. It's all smoke and mirrors. And I told people about what a Ponzi scheme and a pyramid scheme. And I told people what payola is. No one was listening. Everybody know. I said, you can't take this to no other community. You can't take this to a group of business people. I said, they all scamming. It's payola. Who? Find somebody popular on the internet, pay them to do what? Influence all the rest of these people. They get sucked up. I'm telling you, all of it. And then people say, oh, you watch these people and these individuals watching people's pockets. No, they ain't. I love watchdogs. Just like if you got people that's, PDFs. I love people that be on their butt to catch them, and all that. Just like if you on here scamming and things, it should be watchdogs. Why are you upset? Somebody correcting that and asking a person where if you legit and this, that, and the other, why? Why are you afraid of somebody doing that? That's a watchdog. Because if you're doing good business, then you're doing good business. I know mishaps happen. Like I got a business, we ship stuff. I deal with different shippers. Sometimes stuff take a while. Sometimes stuff happen when you switch that. I get that. But we ain't out here promising this or telling you to deal with my program and I can get you this. If you want to learn anything, all you got to do is come to class. I mean, I tell people, I can't guarantee you nothing if you're on the block selling work. If we're on the block selling work, I can't guarantee you're going to make no money. Why? Because you got to know what you're doing. It's an assumption and risk of everything you do. You can make it and you can't lose everything. I mean, and so when a person comes to you with this guarantee, I'm schooling you right now. Your antennas should go up. Anytime somebody guaranteeing you this percentage on any type of investment, your antenna should go up. Because how can they guarantee you anything? These people should be able to open their portfolio. This is what I'm telling. What a person should be able to have their portfolio is real. Be like, this is what we're doing. Blah 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 blah. We're looking for this, that, that, or you doing the crowdfunding and it's real. And some of the things that you say you're doing, you've done. And it's nothing wrong with that. But I always try to tell brothers, man, when they dealing with me, I say, brother, where are you getting this stuff from? And nobody say nothing. And then, like I said, I would love to have good conversation with people. But I think when you talk to certain individuals, I think they really, really, really know. And they just won't admit it. It's like a used car salesman that know the car limit, but they like, hell, whatever. And I think it's a form of insanity, because if all that, my brothers and sisters, if all that, what they're saying, just think about this for 1 second, was true and valid, why they don't have it? And if they have it, how have their lives changed? I'm asking you that. And if the lives has changed, then everybody should be, it shouldn't be no whole bunch of TikTok videos again and one saying the same thing. Why? It should be everybody that's done it. And then see what happened. I'm telling you, ain't nobody done it. I'm telling you, it's fugazi. I'm telling you, it's some automated generated stuff. That's what I'm telling you. Why? Because all the millions of views and more is be asking me this stuff. And have I heard of this and I heard of this? I said, you know what's going on. Do it and see. And I done told everybody that's on Roger Elvick sovereign citizen stuff. If your social security number is attached to millions, why the hell theirs ain't? Why they don't have no millions? Why they telling you to do something? Why they charging you to do something that is free? Why are they charging you? Well, take my course. And I'm sure, why? Like, that's crazy. Now, if you send somebody business up doing all that with the articles and doing all that, showing them how to register on Does and Bradstreet and all those things, yes. But come on, people. You can't get into no more science and to learn how to be no criminal, man. Like, come on, brothers and sisters. You can't get into no more science and then think you finna squat in some house and the laws don't pertain to you. Like, come on. And you think you're going to do some crimes and you're not going to go to jail? Like, come on, brothers and sisters. So I just wanted to say that, as we close, the wisdom is here for you. I recommend everybody to get with me if you want a copy of this. We have it available as an ebook, but we also print it and bind it. I'd rather you get it printed and bind it. But if you get it printed and bind it for us for a fraction of the price, we'll give you the ebook for free. So with that being said, Noah Brian, you got anything?
No, sir. Just gratitude once again, always. Okay, it's always a pleasure to be here with the BBT on the Friday, reading these books.
Yep. And like I said, it don't take long. Surgery ain't long, Brian. We just come around the mountain, and I hope brothers really pick up on something that's worth value. This steady chasing their tail as some paper terrorists. This is an old playbook, brothers and sisters. I have to continue to say this. This is an old playbook. And I don't want you to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. I don't want you to fall for no Jedi mind trick when someone telling you to do all this stuff and you're dealing with a person with a fictitious name and a P.O. box. I'm telling you, it's not gonna end good for no one that's done this. Because all you got to do is see. All you got to do is just, okay, well, whose lives changed doing all these so-called things? I mean, I'm telling y'all, man, like, it's just a whole bunch of adults. And if these people are sheiks and lead adults, they just gonna lead everybody into a burning house. See, I can say this now. Like, at one point, Brian, I wouldn't say this about, and peace be upon him. I sent y'all the case. Brother, he's passed. He was from Chicago. He was a sheik, Walden L. And he ended up went to jail for tax evasion. And then a lot of his people was gonna get locked up, but there was a lot of older people and all this. And they said that he played on those people lack of understanding. And if he wouldn't have convinced them, just like the guy that had them drink the Kool-Aid and died, they're like, it wouldn't have happened. And so he wanted to be judged like a lot of other ones in that case. But the judge tried to make an example of him. Like, man, you prey on these seniors and these people lack of knowing, and you're supposed to be their spiritual head. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And this is what I be saying, Brian. We act like we can't talk about, we can't leave nobody in no burning house. And we can't be playing with the science, act like we stepping on somebody. We ain't stepping on nobody's toes. You can't do this. It's been showing that what's going to happen. And people be made examples out of. So I want to be clear with that. I love y'all, Brian. Do our Moorish American prayer. Take us out. I know we're going to see Malik in the morning to work out. It's going to be amazing. But once again, Brian, thank you for your time. Tell your family I love them. I love you too, brother. Can't wait till y'all transition out to Arizona so we can Wonder Twin Power activate. But man, like I said, man, gratitude and gratitude and gratitude and gratitude and gratitude.
Islam and love you too, sheep. Right back. Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our guide, and our salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali, Shalom Aleichem, Ayah Ash'ayah, Hotep, Islam, Amen. Peace, 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 peace.
Peace.
mypdfbooks.com. That's books with a Z.
Broadcast has been brought to you by mypdfbooks.com. That's books with a Z, where reading fundamental. Also brought to you by bindedbooks.com, where treasures are bound. Be sure to get all of your herbs and teas at herbsofmyaunt.com. My Aunt Sons, Teas of Teas, divinely prepared. Also, for your musical stylings, be sure to check out bhbaymusic.com. For your everyday items and religious regalia, be sure to check out MorrisHaberdasher.com. And for that everyday especial Morris drip, be sure to check out MorrisArcher.com. And all of these companies are powered by ALO Design Pros. Design your online business strategy today.
I'm a spirit speaking, truth seeking, heart reaching, knowledge leaking, seeds sowing, harvest reaping, man of meager means. I have yet to leave, I'm still breathing. To quit, I have no reason. I mean, I'm asleep, but I be trying to live my dreams. I cannot even act if it's all easy. Either you gon' do it or you don't. Really, it ain't no in between. Baby, you can ask the sun, it's an everyday theme. Consistency in your routine is how you bring reality. Working like a slave, that's how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night, I